Scotland. Contrary to popular belief, Scotland is not just the land of Braveheart, haggis, and whiskey. It's a rugged country filled with towering castles, stunning lochs and mountains, beautiful parks, and incredible history. Partially conquered by the Romans, Scotland is a land with a turbulent past. It was invaded countless times by the English during the Middle Ages before being conquered after the two Scottish Wars of Independence in the 13th and 14th centuries. Since then, it's been a part of the United Kingdom. While Scotland may be a small country, only 5.4 million people call it home, it's had a huge impact on the direction of the world. Economist Adam Smith, inventor of the telephone Alexander Graham Bell, novelist Robert Louis Stevenson, he wrote Treasure Island, philosopher David Hume, ecologist John Muir, the list of famous Scots goes on. I love visiting Scotland. The people, the jovial spirit, the landscape, the booze, Scotland never disappoints, okay, maybe a little with the food. It's an incredible destination for road trips, so make sure you get out of the cities and into the highlands with their rich jagged landscapes. And be sure to head west to the islands of Islay, Jura, and Mull. This travel guide to Scotland can help you plan where to go, what to see, how to save money, and everything in between. 5 things to see and do in Scotland. 1. Explore the Scottish Highlands. Visit the Highlands of Scotland for moody mountains, rugged terrain, glaciers, lochs, and kilt-clad Scotsmen. While the land may be harsh and unforgiving, you haven't really seen Scotland until you've been here. Don't miss Glencoe, Cairngorms National Park, Inverness, and the Isle of Skye. 2. Visit Edinburgh. Edinburgh is a glorious city filled with medieval cobblestone streets, lots of green space, free museums, a huge castle, and maybe even some ghosts. There's a lot to do here, so be sure to spend a few days. It's an amazing place. 3. Celebrate Hogmanay. Hogmanay is one of the largest New Year's celebrations in the world, attracting over 100,000 people for the 2-day festival. The modern iteration has musical acts, a torchlight procession, multiple fireworks displays, and a large street party. 4. Drink whiskey in Islay. Whiskey has a long history on Islay. It's been made there since the 16th century, first in backyards and then, starting in the 19th century, in big distilleries. Over the years, whiskey from the island came to be considered a specialty and is famous around the world. 5. Visit Inverness. Besides the historic buildings in the old town, there is a great selection of places to eat and drink: Inverness Castle, the Inverness Museum and Art Gallery, and a Victorian market. Plus, it is close to Loch Ness, it's less than a 30-minute drive away, a bunch of distilleries, and a few golf courses. Other things to see and do in Scotland. 1. Try to find Nessie. Loch Ness is one of the most famous lakes in Scotland. It's the alleged home to Nessie, aka the Loch Ness Monster, a creature said to live in the loch. The first sightings date back to the 1870s, though there is no definitive proof that any such creature exists. Nonetheless, the myth perseveres, making Loch Ness a popular destination to visit. While here, you can take a cruise, hike in the nearby hills, and enjoy some of the smaller nearby towns and villages like Dors or the nearby ruins of Urquhart Castle. The best way to get here is to travel to Inverness, from which Loch Ness is close enough to take a day trip to. It's just a 25-minute drive from Inverness to Lochin, the top of Loch Ness. 2. Wander around Glasgow. Glasgow is a busy and bustling city, home to a youthful population. There is a university here, and a picturesque downtown. With plenty of parks, historical monuments, and museums, there is plenty to do here if you're on a budget. It's also a vegan and vegetarian hotspot too. Don't miss the Kelvingrove Art Gallery and Museum, relaxing in Glasgow Green, seeing the cathedral, and day tripping to the nearby Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park. 3. See the cathedrals. The cathedrals in Scotland are marvelous with their unique Gothic architecture and imposing heights. A few of the top cathedrals to visit are Dunfermline Abbey and Palace in Fife, St. Magnus Cathedral in the Orkney Islands, St. Giles in Edinburgh, and Melrose Abbey in the Borders. Also, don't miss the Glasgow Cathedral, which was built in 1136 and is the oldest building in Glasgow. Admission is free though donations are encouraged. 4. Puzzle over Rosslyn Chapel. 4. Puzzle over Rosslyn Chapel. This historic chapel near Edinburgh is ripe with intricate artwork and symbolism that has spawned many conspiracy theories, not to mention books. Like, why is there corn on the wall if corn wasn't discovered until centuries later? It was featured heavily in the Da Vinci Code and is located just an hour outside Edinburgh. Admission costs £9.5 sterling. 5. Visit the mystical Smoo Cave. The sleepy town of Durness, located 193 kilometers, 120 miles, north of Inverness, is the access point for Smoo Cave, a coastline cave complex that can be explored independently or on a tour. Evidence from charcoal samples shows that it may have been inhabited over 4,000 years ago. The cave is free to enter, but guided tours, which take you deeper into the cave, are £10 sterling. You get to see a lot more on the tour than you would if you just visit independently. Tours last around 20 minutes.